need a chart.
Yes, my microphone is now on. Michelle is coming.
Jace.
Sorry, a little out of it. Went to work this morning. And then we did a bunch of shopping. But we had to do some shopping. Because it is October 27th and it's Day of the Dead for the pets. It's the beginning of the Day of the Dead season. So we had to get some stuff to put on the altar in the ofrenda.
We can show you real quick. So,
yeah. We made
That's
that.
Ofrenda.
Yeah.
And we have Nuggy and Ari's. Here. Let's go for a cruise. We're going to fly.
Yeah, let's go for a little.
I'm going to take this with us too because it will go with us.
Yeah, so we have an alebrijo. And then we have our little puppets. These are supposed to, if the dead are coming to visit, they're supposed to sway in the wind. It's supposed to be.
So we'll know if something's here because it's going to sway in the wind.
And then you have, of course, all the candles, all of the sugar skulls too. And then there's
Aria
and Nugget. And then I don't have a photo of my old dog, and I don't have anything of his. So I wrote his name and I put it on there. Harry D. Og. I was not the most creative child, but
you can go behind. Justin's trying to get by us.
Yeah, so
we did an ofrenda.
We did an ofrenda, and then we're gonna have a. I like the friends and family welcome here. I thought that was a cool little touch.
This one lost her head earlier when she fell.
Yeah.
I don't think she's fully on there still, but we'll fix her.
We will fix her.
So yep, we did a little ofrenda. I have pictures of Nugget and Ari, but I don't have time to print them out.
Yeah.
But I do have their ashes.
Yeah. So we have that. And then we also went to El Tieredito. Mine already started visiting whomever keeps throwing my paper flowers on the floor because, oh gosh, I can't read what she said. Oh, wait.
Hold on. I'm trying to.
Because I've made my house my ofrenda. Aww. Sweet. This is the first, I did an ofrenda in, I think it was.
Yeah, pick the name, sorry.
2022. I did an ofrenda in my own personal apartment.
I was like,
and then when I moved here, I didn't do one for the last 2 years because the stuff's been in storage. I've been like, not right now. I'm sure my ancestors understand. And this year I was like, you know what? We're going to do it before we move as a final
here until next
Tucson.
Yep.
Until next year. I already told Justin that we're doing it and we're going to go all out next year. And he's like, if we have the space. And I was like, I'll make space.
What?
What? And then we went to El Tieredito today.
Hi.
The little shrine. And me and Michelle, we were not fully prepared. We had a candle, but we were not fully prepared because we didn't have slips of paper. So we had to go in the car and find like blank pieces of like written on paper and rip the paper so we could
Hi. I gotta go back out there.
See, I always make like an altar, because that's what I was always taught. Usually it's just one level I do, but I've seen others that are like 7 different layers or 3 different layers, and so I'm like, oh wow, I would love to do that. I have one where it's like the ground layer, another layer, and then a third layer, because it's supposed to represent the different layers, and then there's 7 layers.
See, look, there we are. Oh, you guys like our little
photo?
We have vampire teeth.
If you actually, because we went to the Mercado de San Agustin today to go to La Estrella Bakery, because she hasn't been to the original one, so the original one isn't open today. So we went to the Mercado de San Agustin, and when we were driving to El Tieredito, they have a giant one. Yeah, It is. There's a lot. You have to monitor the fruits and the waters and all that other stuff. It's a lot of work, especially when you have pets.
Yep.
But they have a giant one down by in like not I would what street would you say it's on? It's on Main Street, isn't it?
The one that we went to and lit the candle? The
No.
paper?
No, the one
Oh,
by the
Granada
yeah,
is
it's
where
on
it was at.
Granada. There is a giant one with like it has like at one point there's a giant one and then there's three separate ones off to the side that I think people have either made or they've added on to because there's so many.
Yeah, because you have to go past the way that we took when we got there. I'm trying to think because I think we had to turn around. No, we didn't have to turn around for that one. It was when we were going to. You took me
Yeah.
to the
Oh,
store. You took me to the place that was like a little store and a restaurant and all that stuff that they had.
I took her to
The
different.
market.
I took her to three different mercados today.
So
She got to experience like three different Mexican markets with like the food and
the one that was downtown though.
yes.
That market. We went to that one, and when you come out and leave, you because you have to back out obviously, and then go that way, go south. You go all the way down the road to the stop sign before you turn to get to like or like by Congress and them, and it was literally off to the left hand side of the
Yeah.
road.
She goes, that's where the procession next weekend ends.
Okay.
And the big silver star will burn there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we went to El Diridito. We lit a candle. We wrote our little wishes and put it in the wall. It was funny. It wasn't last year. I think it was in 2020, late 2020. I think it was like November or December. I wrote a wish on there and I put it in. And I completely forgot I made the wish. And then it was late September. The wish finally came true.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back again yet today, and I looked at it and it dawned on me that my wish had finally come true. It didn't happen immediately, but it did happen, which I think was nice.
Mulan. Sorry, Mulan is in a love mood, and so she's trying to get me to go into. Okay, so our ritual is when she's in a love mode. We go into the bathroom. I sit on the floor. She sits on top of the toilet, and is love, 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 which I love. But right now, she's kind of like giving me the
I will
looks
have
of.
to add names.
Um, it's one of the she wants love right now, and I was in the middle watching my episodes of Outlander when she came in there to get love the first time.
Willow butt.
Nobody wants to see your booty.
Butt down.
Come on.
We are respectable ladies in this house.
She's not.
So while we were out at the different mercados, we of course had to grab some pan dulce.
Willow, you have to get down.
Down.
Come on.
So we have different versions because she hasn't really ever eaten pan dulce before. She's never had a concha before, so she's having a concha today. And then I found the different names.
I've had empanadas. Those are my favorite.
Yes, she has had empanadas. I have here some pan de muerto, which we bought for the Day of the Dead celebration, but we also got her some so she can try it. A puerquito, which is this. And then we have a niño envuelto. So we have a bunch of different ones that I cut up. So
and then a concha.
Yeah, and then a concha that's been cut up. So we're gonna go ahead and try.
Willow.
We're gonna go ahead and try. She's gonna start with the pan de muerto,
Which is the bread.
which is this one.
Okay. Because I told her not a great big piece.
It fell.
Make her in a mess. Or vacuum. It's like sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like a sweet. Really dry.
It is.
Will you stop? You eat the crumbs? You're gonna blow them all over the place with your nose.
She's gonna blow them all over the place. So it's a little dry, but then again, it is a packaged one. I did not have the foresight to go to La Estrella Bakery and pre-order because theirs is more fresh.
What do you want? Oh, okay. She wants to try it. Want to try it? Try it. Willow likes it.
Willow really likes it.
Nope. Not sharing no more.
Manny, come here. Manny, come here. Come on. Come on.
I wouldn't.
She's camera shy, Hermione. So.
I think if I was to do this,
Da, 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 da.
I would need some kind of liquid, like a milk
Yeah.
or chocolate or something.
Do you want some Tataru?
She's like, no, she don't want enough taken.
I tried giving it to Tataru, and Hermione straight up licked it out of my hands.
Look at that piece. And now Willow's gonna eat the crumbs.
So that is pan de muerto.
Okay.
It is a little dry. We're gonna save the most popular gonjas for last.
Seriously?
So, do you want that or do you want this one?
I'm not a big fan of coconut, so we'll do that in a minute. Did you get it? Why does this almost remind me of a gingerbread?
It is almost like it is a. It's essentially kind of like a gingerbread. Has a little spice and a little kick to ginger as a gingerbread would. Except you can eat it year round.
Mm-hmm. Back off. No. Do you see yourself? Where? Do you see yourself? You're on TV. Look at that.
Your cat is Mexican. See
Yeah.
if she likes this.
She does. You want? Try this. Try that.
Willow's like, I am discovering the new food.
She likes that.
And she likes it too. Let's see. Dog. The dog likes it too.
Hermione's gonna eat anything that falls on the floor.
No, because I try to feed her food all the time and she doesn't like it.
Is it good? Is it good stuff? You like it. We can't give you too much, guys.
Willow and Hermione is our Hermione and
Mexican
Willow are
animals.
Mexican. Now, this one is my personal favorite. Not so much because of the outside, but because of the feeling on the inside.
Let's see what I think. I'm not a big coconut fan.
That is a good way to eat them. Is to make this stale,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And
you
do it
dip
milk.
them in milk.
Not a big coconut person because I don't like the texture of coconut, but I'm like smacking.
I love them too. They're amazing.
I can taste the coconut, but you can't. It's not like overpowering in some things. I know, chew with your mouth closed.
And then the bread is so soft,
Mm-hmm.
and the strawberry filling is so nice.
I think I like this more. Then I do the other two. I'm not trying to swallow. I'm trying to choke it down.
It is very good.
Yes, it is.
Now, you are about to eat the thing that all Mexicans have at least had once before in their life.
Well, I'm white.
You're going to have a concha.
We all know that. But I'm always game to try things.
So this is a sugar kind of topping.
Okay.
It's made with sugar, some flour, and you put it on top of the bread, and it cooks on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rip off a piece. People will literally eat this separate. They will take this off.
Yeah.
And eat it separately.
Willow. Stop eating that dog's food.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. Sorry, I don't like you now.
They're a
These are
breakfast
good.
pastry. You eat
It's
them for
almost like
breakfast.
it's like a croissant. Kind of said that Frenchy. A croissant.
Same kind of things.
Crunches are best dunked in hot chocolate.
Or
Ooh.
yeah, they are best paired with a milk, or sometimes if you're eating it in the evening,
Mhm.
sometimes I'll get a plain one and I'll have it. I'd eat it with the concha and horchata.
Mm.
The creaminess of the horchata. Willow is licking her lips, staring at the.
That's because she just ate some of her food. And so I was yelling at her. So they've been having a food war. The cats
They
will
have.
eat her food, and then she'll turn around and literally go in our room, which is in our closet, and steal their food. And we've been trying to figure out why it's been going down so much lately.
No, I
Now we
don't.
know.
The shop did not have them there. It was it was a mix of regular Mexican stuff and then more donuts and stuff like that at the mercado we went
I
to.
could smell the donuts.
Yeah,
And then they were bringing out fresh stuff, so they
I
were
think they
making
brought
it
out fresh empanadas. She has an empanada. She has an apple empanada that she is saving for tomorrow.
Yes, because I love empanadas. They're so
Yeah,
good.
I wanted her to try this stuff because she's never had it before. One of these days, on a Thursday or a Tuesday or something like that, I will take her to La Estrella Bakery, and she is going to be going to the original one, the one in Bidia Hollywood, not Berea, not Bidia, Barrio Hollywood. I can't talk, but he is a type of meat. In Barrio Hollywood near Pat's, and then we're also probably going to go to Pat's. Yeah.
Well, I did buy some. I probably got to pay for it later.
She bought some aloe
Yep.
juice at the store, which is hilarious.
Because it's the whole thing of what
I
is
know Pat's is a must.
it? Detox, not detoxing, cleansing. Because my stupid ass, I bought a mango. What was it? Mango passion fruit
Mm-hmm.
kombucha or something like that. And I drank it while I was at work.
Why she drink it at work, not knowing how it would affect her? I don't know.
You know what's hilarious? Nothing has happened except for making the left side of my kidney hurt. So I think it's trying to clean up my kidney. I don't know what it does, like what it cleanses.
Your
I've
gut.
just heard that it's supposed to help. Well, it's done nothing for my gut. Then I have a feeling it might do it today, along with the aloe.
Ooh, you'd bring me in some yes, fresh made. Ah.
Ooh, empanadas. Those are my okay. Let me tell you my favorite Mexican foods. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I do like tamales. Tamales are really good. They're done right. I don't care for the pit. I can't do the spiciness, so I apologize. I wait. I love empanadas, but only apple. I don't. But they had pineapple and they had pumpkin, and I almost said those as well. But I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like those as much as I like the apple. I love Mexican rice if it is done correctly. Excuse me. Mexican rice is one of my favorite foods. Again, as long as it's done right. Yes, I know. Hey,
Hey,
get down,
Willow.
Willow.
Away from the ofrenda.
That's really like a baby gate sticking up there. But
She's like, oh, this is another part of my culture.
yeah, I'm gonna eat the flowers. But El Charro's has always been one of my favorite places to eat. I love their food. Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Because I love that they have sopa.
Sopa?
Which that's really good. Where you put the honey in, like sopa is the bread. I had to think. Sorry.
I think it's sopapillos.
Sopapillos.
If
That's
I'm
what they
not,
are.
yeah, sopapillos.
Yes, sopapillos.
Where you don't put the honey on the outside. You put the honey on the inside. You take a bite, and then you
Oh
put
no,
the
we
honey
put it on the outside.
Oh, no. Best way to eat it. Take a little bite.
Mm-hmm.
honey on the inside.
And it's the only place.
And it's less messy.
Only place I have
So
found
yes, yeah.
that has my chicken taco salad the way that I like it.
I want to take them to a restaurant. Bite the corner. Poor.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take them to a restaurant called Landita because it is an original traditional Mexican restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And they make it's all their grandma taught them their recipes and everything like that. It was on 4th Street and then they moved.
It closed.
Oh, the one on 4th Street, they moved locations. It's still around. I promise you. It is still around. It just moved locations. Because I wanted to see if we could go and take them today after John got off of work, if he wanted to go to Landita. And I wanted them to try mole for the first time. Now, those of you who know what mole is, it tastes really good. But when you look at the ingredients inside mole,
that's what grosses me out.
It's a little weird.
If no one would have told me
there's chocolate in it.
That's what's disgusting. Not the fact that there's chocolate, but everything else.
It is the story behind it. Have I told you the story behind it?
Yes.
Where the nuns they burnt a tortilla.
Yes.
And they didn't know what to make, so they threw a bunch of things.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. It's not sweet.
Just everything. No.
So I was gonna get mole and have at least her just a little try, because it's a little, yeah.
We'll see.
And then they do calabacitas with nopales. Yes, thick, dark chocolate and yummy mixed in.
There's nothing yummy about what they put together.
She knows about the burnt tortilla
I know
in
about
some renditions.
All of that. I don't need to know anything else.
She knows about the burnt tortillas. Because I was going to make mole from scratch, and I was like, damn, I got to burn tortillas. I got to do the crime. Oh, you don't burn the tortilla? I guess it's up to however the person makes it. Because all the recipes I've read say to burn the tortilla.
I say we'll take one step at a time. I did all this one step at a time.
I want her to try calabacitas because I love the calabacita salad. I also want her to try nopales. Actually, no, you tried a nopale before.
Is that the cactus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I thought it was a green bean. I'm like, these look like green beans.
Then she took one and bit into it and was like...
And then she didn't tell me what it was until after I ate it. I was like, oh, these are pretty good. And you're like, you just ate cactus. I'm like, I ate what?
Ooh.
Because she bought a jar and made it for something. It was for like
I take the pork sauce that you put on top of the enchiladas, the ones you buy the can. This is what I used to eat all the time. It was either that or refried beans. Bean and cheese burritos as a kid.
Ooh,
for a month. I think it was like a couple months straight, pretty much all we really ate was bean and cheese burritos and this. You take a jar of nopales with onion. You take half of the jar of nopales with onion and you put it in the pork verde sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And you heat it up and you warm it up. And you could put it with pasta. You can eat it with tortillas. You can eat it with bread. And then you can just eat it raw.
And onion. Never mind.
What?
I was going to bring up the calendar that I found at Walmart.
You got to bring up the calendar now. You got to talk about the calendar now.
So because you brought it up. They have funny little calendars, right? It just corn reminded me. Okay, that's what reminded me. It was like corn, and I started laughing in my head. So there's this calendar. It's literally the shape of a toilet seat with a poop on it, like a poop emoji on it. And I walked by. I had caught a glance of it, and I was doing something because I was working on something in apparel, and I walked by and I wait. And yes, I do make that noise when I find something interesting. I went,
it's okay. When I'm pushing a top stock cart, sometimes I go like this. Aww. Aww.
It's like, and so I stopped put it in reverse. And I went over there and I looked at the little display that's over by electronics in between the infants and girls. And I started laughing because it was literally a calendar. And I want to buy one if they keep making them and put them in
Mm-hmm.
our place when we move or get a house. It's going to be in our bathroom. So I can hear my family go, really? Like, yeah, wait till you get to November. It's disgusting. Because I was reading them all out loud. And November is what was the grossest one of them all. It said corn, and then it said, it's not goodbye, it's we'll see you later. It was so, I just sat there and read that and I go, that's disgusting. That's just gross. And one of our coworkers who works in the afternoon, they're like, maybe not read them all. I'm like, a little late for that. I've already read them all. And November stuck out to be the most. So I have to see if I can get a picture of it and I'll have to post it. But it's hilarious. I'm like, yeah, this is my future calendar for my bathroom in a house. People can look at it and be like, really? I am that person in my family that I buy the stupidest things because it's hilarious. And it just cracks me up. And make sure to also, we'll get started, to stick around to the end
Mm-hmm.
because we have some news about channels and kind of need a little bit of help on what we should do. So we'll go ahead and start. You guys know right now today is going to be the history of vampires. That's why I wore my literally dead shirt.
Yes, I'm also going to talk about real quick about a case that is happening in real time. Actually, that happened in the past, but it's going to be a quick little thing because I just want to talk about this case because I think it is an important case to talk about. So, in Oklahoma,
Why does it
uh,
always have to be there?
I know,
Just kidding.
I know, it's always Oklahoma.
Uh,
So, in Oklahoma, there is a case of a boy named Jesse Mack Butler. Jesse, I don't have the victims' names. Let me get them real fast.
we were going to try and start doing TikTok live. We're still trying to think about that and still trying to work on that because she was going to do it from her phone. Um, so I don't know. That might be something that we wait on doing. We don't know if you can have moderators over at TikTok. I think she says that you cannot. I would like to do TikTok lives. It'd be on her page because we don't have enough followers on our A&M history page yet to be able to go live on that one. But we can always, hopefully, I think you can share it or link it to her account or something like that. I don't know if you can link A&M history to her account, but I think it is linked to where it should pop up. But hello to the 6 people.
Oh, hi to the 6 people. So,
Say hello and tell us where you're from.
so I think the
And after
girls'
you
names
get to a
are.
certain amount of followers. Okay.
I think the girls' names are redacted because they are minors. So we're gonna talk real quick about this case because it is one of those cases where uh it's it's something that I think should be talked about because it causes a lot of questions. So in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Oh, okay. I don't like them.
Okay.
Sorry. Really, Thomas? We know where you're from, you ding dong. Only
So
reason why I say it's because it's OSU.
so 16-year-old Jesse Mack Butler had at one point kidnapped a girl, was dating a girl, then proceeded to SA the girl in a brutal manner. In another time, he did it again when he was 17 years old. The first time he never got caught. The second time he did get caught. He was arrested. And they were going to originally charge him with 10 felony accounts. 10 felony charges of 11 actually. 11 felony charges. So he is now 18 years old. And they were going to charge him with, no, this is the wrong news article. Oh, I had them. Oh gosh, where is it? Okay, so in the original charges, he was going to be facing 10 years to run concurrently on 2 counts of attempted rape in the first degree, 3 counts of rape by instrumentation, a count of sexual battery, and another of forcible sodomy, oral sodomy, right? And then he also faced an extra 3 years to 2 counts of domestic assault and battery by strangulation, and 1 year each on account of domestic assault and battery and account of violating a protective order. So that would have been a total of 10 plus 3 plus 2 more. That would have been about what? 5-ish years? 15 years? So he was going to serve 15 years originally. And this is how awful he was to these girls. He literally, one of the girls had to undergo surgery because of how much damage was done to her throat. And they were 16 and 17 at the time. They were both actually 16 at the time. He was 16, 17 at the time. So he was a minor. Now, in all felony cases, you can charge them as a minor. Most of the time, the government and other DAs will, if you're 17 at the time of your charging, or you're 16, depending on the item, they're going to charge you as an adult, especially if it's something grotesque. When I tell you, when I found out that this kid was only, he took a sweetheart deal. For those of you who don't know what a sweetheart deal is essentially they don't talk to the victims' families. They don't go to the victims most of the time in cases. I mean, we've had it where they were talking to the Bayou Strangler. They talked to some of the victims who they were like, hey, we can't charge him on, we don't have enough evidence to charge on so-and-so's death. But we will say that he's the one who killed him in the paperwork, like most likely this person, but we won't charge him. Is that okay with you? It is usually law enforcement that goes, hey, we're going to have that conversation. Is it okay if we change the thing? As much as we don't want to, as much as we want to add him to the list, or as much as we want to do this. That did not happen in this case. Sweetheart deals happen when they don't talk to the media. They don't talk to the families at all. They don't ask for the families' permissions. So they they proceeded to make a sweetheart deal with the boy's family. And in this sweetheart deal, he was going to be charged as a minor, and he would plead a no contest. He took the deal, and he is only going to get a year of rehabilitation.
His tally record cut off.
That is all he is going to get is a year of rehabilitation, which to me is just a slap in the face to the victims.
And let me guess, he's not going to be put down as a sex offender either.
Let me triple check that.
Because he should be.
He should be.
Say it with me. White boy.
So he will be supervised, full compliance with state supervised rehabilitation sentence. He was sentenced to a total of 78 years. The sentence is suspended under Oklahoma's Youthful Offender Program, meaning he will not serve prison time unless he violates the plan's conditions. So unless he does it again and he gets caught again, this is sounding like the Bayou Strangler, where he literally did something horrible to another person and then
got away with
it. And what did he end up doing? Realizing, oh, I'm going to have to kill him to make sure I get away with it.
So he does it again.
This time he kills the girls and, ooh, look.
I got away with it.
So he remains under the Office of Juvenile Affairs suspension until his 19th birthday.
Okay.
And subject to counseling, therapy, and more than 100 hours of community service. A curfew, no social media, and as daily check-ins and weekly counseling.
That's not enough.
The Payne County District Attorney's Office said it followed state law by handling the case, noting that Butler was 17 at the time of the offense.
Like Thomas's comment, he can come rehabilitate me, he won't do it again. Right?
Yeah.
Dude's giving Oklahoma a bad name.
Yeah.
That's in Oklahoma, you're giving the state a bad name because regardless if it's under that act or program or whatever the heck it is, his butt should be on a sex offender list.
Let me look Jesse McButler.
And the fact that you're only going to give him a year of rehabilitation, is that really going to be enough? I think he has to go visit Bubba and see how he likes it. Willow, stop biting your nails.
I do not. I'm looking it up, and I don't believe he will. He also will not. He will not, I do believe, be on the sex offender list. Let me find the rest of it.
And he cannot be charged again for this crime.
And he cannot be charged again for it because
like they can't take him back to court.
Nope, because double jeopardy.
But if he does the act again, then they could get him.
Yeah, if he traumatizes another girl.
I see it happening in his foreseeable future.
Yeah, because one of the 16-year-old girls that he left, the one with all the damage to her throat, she was almost dead.
Wow.
So he almost killed her. Where is it? He also was the son of a prominent local sports coach. Yeah.
Say goodbye to your sports stuff, son.
Yeah, and he was originally being charged as an adult.
And they should have kept it that way.
And they changed it to him being charged as a minor.
They should have kept it that way. They should have kept it where he was being charged as an adult. You want to act like an adult.
A lot of the families are really upset about this. I just also would like to show you the photo that they managed to get of him and his family.
Oh, yes, because he is sitting in the courtroom like a badass. And that's apparently...
That is what he looks like at his thing where he pled no contest.
Either
to me, that's baffling that he's sitting there with these wide glasses. You're literally being charged and you pled no contest.
Yep.
To essaying two 16-year-old girls, almost killing one. And one of the girls was a prior victim from a year earlier who was so scared of telling anyone what happened that she kept her mouth shut.
Yeah, she didn't this time. You know, that's no matter what, nobody should be doing that to anybody.
He pled no contest to 11 felony charges.
Came down to Texas. I'm going to court there. Good Lord.
When I heard about this case, I was really upset. And I feel like it is an upsetting case because that is one of those instances where, as much as I hate to say it, the justice system failed the victims.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of the times we talk about cases where the justice system ultimately prevailed.
Yeah.
We talk about where the justice system did its job, put people in jail.
It took them a while.
Took them a while because the police necessarily were not up on their standard.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, we see the offenders go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
There is a case that we're going to do in February. We changed a couple of things. We're going to be doing a case during Black History Month of a man named Timothy Coggins, who was murdered in the 60s or the 70s. And he was a black man. And the case was solved in 2016. It actually had been solved when it originally happened, but nobody was arrested and charged for the murder until 2016. Mm. And it was just an unsolved case. It was a brutal murder too. So I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention because I think sometimes we read these episodes and we hear terrible things that happen to these people. And then in the end we go, well, justice was served.
Yeah.
But that's, I hate to say, not always the
case.
Not always the case when it comes to the justice system.
No. Tataru, do not start picking on her. Just lay there and behave.
So now we're gonna go back to our topic of the week.
Vampires.
Vampires. So we're not gonna talk about Edward or the Cullens.
We're not gonna sparkle. Oh shit! I wanted to do something.
Yeah, I would also make
Hold
him
on.
eat those glasses.
Hold on.
When I first heard about this case, I did want to. Oh gosh, what is she gonna do? I don't know what she's gonna do.
Is it the highlight? I wanna. Nope.
I don't know what she's doing.
Nope, no lighting on.
Are you trying to
Oh, it's
turn
not
it
gonna-
into black and white?
Yeah, I was trying to, but it won't let me
That's
now.
going to be for the next case, not this upcoming case, the case after
It's
that.
not this one?
No, we're doing that for the 1904 case.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay.
And
Well,
then
no, I was trying.
we
no,
could
I
do
was-
it also for the 1934 case.
So my thought is when we do these, because I like playing with our stuff. I wanted to do like I was trying to do the black and white movie thing for this one. That's why. And so I think I can go in there and probably change it at some point, which I'll probably do. But it's gonna make the whole thing black and white. So now any videos.
If you hear two cats screaming in a little bit, Tataru started it.
Yep, because she's trailing.
She's
Mulan.
trying to start a fight with Mulan. Why my cat wants to start fights, I don't know.
But it's one of those I just want to kind of play with this and kind of give it more of a aesthetic to where it draws people in and it's black and white. So since we've been doing doing
more modern day
earlier in the year type episodes, that doing it like in black and white or whatever.
And I'm gonna say this with my whole heart and affection. Never am I doing two old-timey cases back to back.
which is gonna happen.
Old-timey cases. So like the modern day cases, like I just said, kind of like cut and dry, right? Old-timey cases, there is always something else. There is always drama. There is always chaos. It is never sitting down. There is never the judge slamming the gavel going, contempt. No, the judge is slamming down the gavel going, there's need to be quiet in the court. And they're just going,
okay, you two stop.
They don't care. That's enough.
Tataru. Mulan runs up. If she kicks your butt, it's your fault. You're picking on her and you're sorting her out. Stop it.
So we're gonna not talk about Edward of the Cullens or Lestat or Armand or Louis or Claudia.
Spray bottle. I have one. Mulan doesn't like the spray bottle. She finds out at 4:45.
And you know what? You didn't watch the thing, so I can't say the next thing that I really want to say.
No, I've again. Okay, so I'm watching Interview with the Vampire. I started it. I had to stop work watching it because I was watching it at work, and I was like, okay, yep, not watching this here because of some of the scenes. But then I'm like, all right, I'll get back to watching that again because right now I am watching the rest of my Outlander series because it's supposed to end next year. I'm watching the rest of season 7. So one of the episodes today, I came out here while she's doing the ofrenda, and I was like, "Stupid series, hate this series."
I need to borrow some
I'm
Kleenex.
like, I am
and then
still
she
in the
grabs
box of Kleenex, rip the top off because I was already crying because one of the main characters that have been in it since season 1 died, and then another character supposedly died, which I know he doesn't because I freaking seen the trailer for it, the spoiler for it, and. So I have to get caught up on that because I'm also watching the prequel to Outlander called Blood of My Blood. And John's been watching Supernatural, so he's getting caught up on that. And he's like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, "You're fixing to find out because I'll watch it with him, but I'm not watching." So it's like he'll be watching an episode. And it was one that was hilarious, and I'm dying. And he's like, "What?" And I go, "You're fixing to find out. Just keep watching it. It gets even better."
Me and Justin are rewatching Supernatural as well together.
It's one where Dean gets old.
Oh,
because he does the poker. He does the poker game. That's so freaking funny. And so John's like, okay. So I don't say nothing. I let him watch it. But they came up with a prequel to Outlander, and it's Blood of My Blood, and it talks about James Fraser's family, his parents, and Claire's parents. Well, then now I find out a little tidbit today from the episode that I just watched that apparently Claire's parents died when she was 5, and I'm like, Well, that gives me insight to watching Blood of My Blood now, so that gets ruined, because I'm not that far. But then Interview with the Vampire, I will get caught up on it. I will watch it more. I have
She's
to
gonna
watch.
cry.
I have to watch Outlander first because I've been watching that the longest, and I want to complete it. So it
She is
may
gonna
not.
cry.
So
If you've seen Interview with a Vampire, the season 2, you know what I'm talking about. You know she's gonna cry.
no spoilers either. So do not comment
Um,
anything about it in this.
but I will say this:
I mean, I don't watch our
I
videos.
did not know that the Queen of the Damned movie was a part of the Interview with the Vampire lore. I loved it.
It's a great movie.
It was a great movie. It is second though to me to Dracula 2000, the one with Gerard Butler as the vampire. Have you never seen it?
Okay, so let me show you. Let me tell you what I've
It
seen.
is. It is the worst film. Like it is like a D-rate film for whatever reason. Vampire 2000 with Gerard Butler as a vampire just was like my top tier vampire.
Okay.
It was like up there with Blade.
Okay, so movies that I have seen to vampires. Interview with the Vampire with Brad Pitt.
I
I
have
think that
not seen that one.
and you're all giving me grief.
I don't want to watch.
No, you got to watch it.
No, I'd rather watch a
Yes.
series.
No, you got to watch the movie.
I
You got to watch the movie. If you're gonna make me watch things, I'm gonna make you watch. So you're gonna watch. Hello.
That's Gerard Butler as a vampire.
Holy cheese and crackers! I'm watching that later. Probably. Probably gonna watch that Thursday. I have, Gerard Butler is hot. Just saying. But here we go. So I've seen Interview with the Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
I have also watched.
I will watch the movie.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. And then I've also seen Once Bitten with Jim Carrey. Is the very first movie I ever seen about vampire lives. That's a good movie. You don't have to watch that because it's a very old movie, like 80s movie, but it's good.
Oh, she's also for the Ed Gwynn, because we're doing Ed Gwynn next year. She's being forced to watch Silence of the Lamb and Psycho.
Yeah, I've never seen either one of those. Take that back. I have seen some of the Silence of the Lambs.
She hasn't
but
seen
not
all of it.
All of it.
She has to see all of it.
I always get come in on the freaking bits and pieces of crap. Yes,
I have not seen the Once Bitten because
Once
I think
Bitten
it is
is
an older.
good. It's good. Jim Carrey's in it. That's why. But it's really good. We'll have to put that on the bucket list for you to watch. So, Interview with the Vampire, Once Bitten. I have seen the Dracula movie with Keanu Reeves in that one and Winona Ryder. I thought that was good. Love Luke Evans in Dracula. Dracula Untold. I think it's just Dracula Untold. Am I correct? Yeah. Love that movie. It was they picked the best person to do it. And then I've also seen what is the one where I think it's Eddie Murphy where he's like in New York or some crap and he plays a black vampire.
I think so.
And then I did find. Remember how I told you I was trying to find the movie with Pedro Pascal as a vampire?
Yes.
I found it. So now I'm like, okay, now I have to watch that. Yes, I've seen every single Twilight. I love watching those movies around this time. Vampire in Brooklyn, I thought that's what that was. I've seen Twilight so many times. It's my favorite go-to movie during the fall and when it's raining, just because it's relaxing to me. There's another one. I have never seen Nosferatu.
The new one or the old one?
The new one or the old one. So I've never seen either one of those.
I feel like that's one we, from what I understand, should not watch it together.
Mm-hmm.
If you're catching my drift, it's a little uncomfortable to watch with your mother.
Oh, okay. I'm all like, what do you mean? Like to watch the movies together?
Yeah, watch it at the same time in 2 separate rooms because apparently it's really uncomfortable to watch it with your mother-in-law.
Okay, so we're not going to watch it at the same time. But so this is
the one I really want to see is the newest Dracula, where I thought I showed you the clips on TikTok.
No, you just showed me Gerard Butler.
No, it was earlier.
My face is all. Never seen that. I'm gonna watch it now. This is my favorite subject. I love vampires. Now that we're going to learn the history of them, it's so cool.
It's called Dracula: A Love Tale. And so basically, She's seeing this trailer. And there's a scene where he throws himself out of his tower every day because he can't be with her.
Hmm.
I want to see it so bad. People say it is so good. People say it is so good to watch. Because it takes
Stop.
it
Do
starts
not
with the
start.
historical thing, and then his wife dies. He becomes a vampire, and essentially he just loses himself. He throws himself from a tower almost every day because he can't stand that she's not alive anymore. He starves himself until somebody comes up to him and tells him, your wife has been reincarnated. And then he's like, you see him like he's like skin and bones, and he's gray hair, and then he starts drinking blood, and so he can turn into a normal person. And that's when he meets her, and he's like,
Okay.
you're my person. You're the person I've been missing for 400 years.
Oh, wow.
I will do whatever it takes to be with you, to show you I love you. And I'm like, oh my God, that's such
Right?
a cute movie.
Whenever I watched Interview with the Vampire for the first time, so I went to church camp, came back.
Mm-hmm.
My stepmom fixed spaghetti and all that stuff. Well, I guess there were some bloody scenes in it, that are pretty gory in Interview with the Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
More or less, they're bloody. I don't care. I'm sitting there scarfing down the spaghetti and eating while all these bloody scenes are going across the screen here. And she's like, "How can you eat and watch this?" I'm like, pretty cool. I'm like, I'm scarfing this down. When I seen, let me tell you what. Okay, I do have a huge crush on Antonio Banderas.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen him as a vampire,
Did you Interview with the Vampire?
holy cheese and crackers. Beautiful. Long, beautiful dark hair.
Is he Armand?
I don't remember, to be honest. I just know that I seen Antonio Banderas, and he was one of those sexy vampires
Before sexy vampires were a thing.
before they were a thing. And then here comes old Brad Pitt turning into one, and you're like, God dang it, this ain't nice. I mean, I'd give up my blood in 2 seconds for either one of them, but at the same time, you can't put two beautiful men in a freaking vampire movie and not think that it's not going to go well. Because
Yeah.
I loved it. Tom Cruise, I'm sorry, love you as an actor. Only in Mission Impossible, nothing else. They should have not had him be listed. I'm sorry. I love that movie. Did not care for him playing the other half.
See, my issue is, I don't like how they did Claudia, because they didn't do her like they did in the book
or the series.
Yeah, the series is a different way. Um,
yes.
I'm.
I'm.
But no, yeah, no, I have Queen of the Damned, All Three Blades, Underworld series.
Yo, yes, don't get me started on that. John's
Dracula 2000.
John's girlfriend. He loves the actress that plays in Underworld.
Dracula
really
2000 was
he
by
is
far
Armand. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I figured he would be Armand because it's supposed to be.
But you know what's hilarious? Can I point something out that people probably did not catch on, and you may have? When I've watched it and I sit there, and the way he keeps flirting with Louis, with Brad Pitt, I'm like, oh my God. And John's like, what? And I go, I think he's playing a gay vampire. Like he is in love. And I was like,
and see, in the early 2000s, they didn't really want to come out. Meanwhile, the new Interview with the Vampire TV series is like, fuck it, everyone gay.
Yeah. That's why
I fucking love it.
That's when I was watching it at work.
And Rex is like so subtle in the book. The Brad Pitt and movie and Interview with the Vampire movie
No,
is
not the
so
series.
subtle.
Not the series.
Opposite. They're
It's-
like, let's go.
That's
Let's do it.
that's why when everybody would come into the break room and I had my back to the wall, I started watching it, and then all of that started happening. I was like, oh shit, nope, can't watch. Okay, yep, cannot watch that at work.
No.
So I have to pick up where I left off with that.
Yeah, but no. So Dracula 2000, 100% recommend it. It is a D-list movie. It is a terrible movie. It's not Gerard Butler's best movie.
I'll be the judge of that. I like Gerard Butler.
But he is really, really.
Does he have an accent in it? His
I don't-
Scottish accent?
No, he has an American accent. Or maybe he has. Think he might have some sort of accent.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into kind of. Actually, the mythos they chose to have behind him is actually one of the older myths that we have. Actually,
Ooh, okay.
So
let's jump into it.
So we have more modern vampire stuff. We're gonna talk about the original stories because a lot of people think the beginning of the vampire stuff was like Vlad the Impaler, but I think a little differently because even though we call the vampires, they drink blood, they drink all this other stuff. I wanted to look at different cultures and see if, because everyone has myths, everyone has legends. I wanted to see because there is no way a man just writing a book decided to come up with this idea of another man drinking another person's blood, and like being able to control him. There's people are creative. I don't think they're that creative. There has to be some sort of foundation for it. Almost everything we have in books has foundation in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Even sci-fi books, it usually ties to our reality in some way. There's usually laws of physics. I don't understand the laws of physics. I don't read sci-fi. So we're gonna start when Michelle gets back. We're gonna talk about one of the oldest vampire myths that I could track down, and that is from Mesopotamia, which is about 4,000 years ago. I will also say not all of these vampires drink blood.
I might share something.
Okay. Not all of our vampires drink blood, because to me, the modern day drinking blood is a physical sign of taking someone's life force. So some of these vampires that I have chosen, they suck the life force out of people. They don't necessarily suck the blood out of them, but they suck the life out of them.
And like Dracula says in Transylvania, Hotel Transylvania, it's fatty.
Yeah. So we're going to look at the oldest vampire story that I could find, and that is a vampire myth that's from Mesopotamia, 4,000 years ago.
Okay, sorry. I might share talking about books. I'm actually writing a book. And did I lose a page? I guess so. But I have it right here. So I might read some of mine. Not all of it, but some. Just to get thoughts. Because I won't let anybody else in this house read it but me.
Yeah.
I've already done 70 pages or 30 pages. I need 170 more to do other things. So we'll see.
So 4,000 years ago, Mesopotamia story. These are because of a text I found. Now they don't drink blood. They're called Edimu, or sometimes mistranslated to Ekimu, which is a class of Utuku, which is a subclass of demons in the Mesopotamian folklore. These beings were often seen as ghosts or something else because they were once considered humans, which is we start getting into very similarities between vampire myths.
Mm-hmm.
They had passed on, but they could not achieve peace, and that was because they were not buried properly.
Okay.
Looking at comparisons to our modern day vampire myths. So they could not, and they were not buried properly, so they were often considered to be vengeful to the living. I mean, if I were not led to rest properly, I would also be really mad at the living. They also did not follow social norms. So in Mesopotamia, you're not allowed to eat oxes. In their old culture, you weren't allowed to eat oxes or cows because oxen and cows were sacred in the Mesopotamian religion.
Okay.
So they would eat ox meat, or they would feed off of ox meat, which was considered a social taboo at the point. They also were thought to bring diseases and inspire criminal behaviors. They could be calmed by redoing their funeral or by offering them something in return, food, water, things like that, to get them to calm down.
Okay.
They were thought to be incorporeal, which is where the difference seems to end. The similarities kind of end between the vampires and them. They were wind spirits too,
Okay.
and they were thought to suck the life out of people, specifically the most susceptible: young children and elderly people. And I will say, vampires and children linked.
Mm.
A lot of mythos you'll find they feed off of children, which is weird. Um, so ba, 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 ba. So in Hebrew and Babylon, because their folklore is kind of very similar, and that's probably because they were real close at the time. In Hebrew and Babylon folktale, they tell of a being, the being being Lilith. She was considered to be Adam's first wife, and her name in Babylon was Litu, better known as Lilith. Now, according to the apocryphal lore, so in Jewish traditions, not so much Christian traditions, in Jewish traditions, there is an apocryphal book,
Okay.
which is a book of basically magic and things like that, kind of kept away from the Torah.
Okay.
In this book, it says Lilith was strong-willed and fiercely independent, and when the time came for Adam and Lilith to consummate their marriage in the act, Lilith rebelled. Adam insisted that since he was a man and she was a woman, that he should mount her from the top. Lilith refused.
Sorry, it took him that long to figure out they were man and woman.
Well, Lilith refused,
Okay.
claiming that God had made both of them as equals, and that to lay upon her back on the bare earth was an insult, since all lesser beings are of the earth, while God and his angels were of heaven and divine.
Okay.
Well, Adam attempted to essay her, and there are some variations in the story of whether he succeeds or not. Lilith called out the sacred and secret name of God, because in Jewish tradition there's God or Yahweh, and then there's the secret name that you refer to, and you don't refer to him as by the secret name.
Okay.
And she called out his secret name, and
Okay.
he banished her from the Garden of Eden. And in most stories, Lilith was said to have been barren, and her breast produced not milk but blood instead.
Ew.
But there are other variations of it. In some, she is essayed by Adam, and she gives birth to Eve, and then she is proceeded to kicked out of the Garden of Eden, and Eve becomes Adam's new wife.
That's mind blowing.
Yeah,
because I'm sitting here thinking the whole time right when you said Lilith is Adam's wife, I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Lilith is considered to be his first wife.
It's like, wait a minute, hold on a second. In the Bible, it states that, and I'm just going off.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in my head.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, Eve is his wife, not her. But I get where you're going though.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was his first wife. There are some that she was immediately kicked out, something like that. There are also other versions of the story in which Lilith is a serpent that seduces Eve and convinces her to eat of the forbidden fruit. I don't like that one because, religion tends to make women the bad guys. And it's about her banishment and becoming the mom of demons. Yeah, and then we're going to get to that. The myth also goes that once she was cast out of the garden, right, so after she's been exiled, God was like, I want nothing to do with you. Now, we don't know if it's because he called her secret name and that's Tataru.
She's like, I was about to get down, Mom. Okay, slow down. You just cannot get up there, Al. You cannot get up there.
Yeah, I will pull you down. So the myth also goes that once she was cast out of the garden, now again, we don't know if it's because she said his forbidden name, the name you're not supposed to say, or if it was because she denied Adam.
Okay.
Which, either way, there's a
Picked up.
problem.
Yeah.
So after she's cast out of the garden, she goes to the only person she can, Lucifer.
Okay.
And in the end, she marries him and becomes the mother of demons.
Okay.
And so now that's where you get the idea that Lilith is the mother of demons, the mother of monsters,
No.
this horrible person,
No.
this awful being.
No more. No more.
I don't
brick for you.
I don't like those. But this is also where the idea of her becoming a vampire comes in.
Okay.
So she is often considered to be a seducer of the virtuous. And she is also one of the earliest versions of a succubus.
Okay.
So it is debated whether she is the first succubus that fed on the life force of others,
Okay.
making her also the first vampire. Either making her the first vampire or that her children were the first members of the race of vampires. So this is where we kind of get into the either she's the first succubus,
Or the first
she's the
vampire.
first vampire, or she gives birth to children and the children are now vampires and she has a race of vampire children.
Okay.
It was said that Lilith had a particular taste, and that was babies.
Okay.
Yeah, but also housewives and pregnant women.
Okay.
Basically, women who were the opposite of who she was. She was and is still feared to this day in many Jewish cultures. In fact, there's still practices that are done in Jewish homes, including using of talismans or amulets that are placed on the entrances of the birth room, the house, and even the baby's beds, sealing off birth rooms, women always being with the baby because men will be tempted. So basically, they're like, men cannot be trusted with the baby because if Lilith comes, she'll seduce him and then she'll eat the baby. Men are not to be trusted. Only women are to be trusted.
Okay.
Using iron bars, tying a red thread around the baby's wrist to ward off, and my personal favorite.
Garlic.
No. Putting stakes or knives under the baby's mattress.
Oh, that's helpful.
Which will ward her off. That is one of my favorite.
Okay.
They're some of the more common ways to get rid of and keep Lilith away. If I will say it is interesting because if you look at popular culture, she is still often referenced as the original vampire.
Yeah, but you need 15 men to name a girl child. So
I know. You can't leave one man by himself alone. He has to either be in a group of men or you have to have.
You have to tell them what they need to do before sending them in.
Yeah. The next story we go is actually ancient Greece. And this is a fun one. So they were referred to as Lamia, and they were either women, they're almost always women. So Lamias are women.
Okay.
They're never going to be a male Lamia. You kind of catching the drift that most of these are women. Because women, I don't know, just seem to need to suck the life. What are you doing, Willow?
She's attacking her tail. She'll literally go after her tail.
Okay.
And she's like watching it go in circles.
So the story begins with, as Greek myths do, Zeus cheated on his wife.
Oh my god.
Lamia was the queen of ancient Libya, and she actually gave birth to him a bunch of kids.
Okay.
When Hera found out, she took Lamia's children, either by kidnapping them, hiding them, or forcing her to kill them.
Okay.
There's multiple different myths when it comes to that. The loss of her kids drove her crazy, and she began hunting and eating kids as a result. Why in these myths, when you lose your children, do you immediately go to, I'm going to kill children now? Okay.
That's for another time.
And it was either because of the cannibalism or her sadness that she turned into a half snake, half woman entity. No. So Medusa had the snakes in the hair, but she was still all human. She had a snake body, like from here down, like centaurs, how it's like from here down their horse.
Have you never seen? Oh, it's an
They
old
come,
movie.
Clash of the Titans.
The old one.
Yes.
Where she's half female,
Yeah,
half snake.
they combined the Lamia and Medusa into one being.
Yes.
So think of Medusa without the hair of snakes.
Okay.
But except make her super, super beautiful.
Oh.
The top half of her is super beautiful.
Okay.
So, she turned into a half snake, half woman entity. Zeus feeling bad. Exactly. I don't understand these myths that punish women.
Yeah. That's. What did we do to you?
So Zeus feeling bad because he'd been having an affair with her and his wife found out and decided to punish, as his wife is known to do.
Because just think, if we weren't here, you would have no food and clothes. I mean, majority of you might be able to learn how to clean and cook for yourselves. Other than that, no.
But he also gave her the gift of prophecy because he felt so bad. He's like, you can tell the future. And he also gave her the ability to take out her eyeballs. Like she could pop her eyeballs in and out of her head.
I'm laughing because the prophecy be like, your weenie falls off. In the future. I'm not telling you when. Well, as daughters of Lilith, we think for ourselves.
So therefore we are punished.
That's a shameful thing because we're not allowed to think for ourselves.
Yeah. So he allows her to take off her eyeballs, like pluck out her eyeballs out of her head. Because Hera may have also cursed her, not just to eat people, but to have her forever cursed with insomnia or the inability to close her eyes. So Zeus, who has a kindness, gave her the ability to take out her eye.
Oh my lord. Well, you can't sleep for the rest of your life, but I'm going to grant you the take out your eyeballs. Jeez.
Her story then created the myth of the Lamia, which was a phantom that seduced young men to satisfy their sexual appetite and then eat them.
Black Widow. This is just like a running thing right now. You caught this? Because I'm catching this.
I'm catching it too.
Medusa. There's a little bit of Medusa in there to a point. Now there's a Black Widow.
So Lamias were used as a way to frighten children into obedience.
Okay.
So those are some of the earlier ones.
Okay.
Now I'm going to get into her favorite section. We're going to talk about Irish, Scottish, and North mythologies that have vampires in them. In Irish mythology, there are two kinds of vampire-esque creatures: the Durag Jew, and much like the other stories, the story goes, a Waterford woman, so Waterford in Ireland, centuries ago, was beautiful, and many men wanted to marry her.
Okay.
And all the women wanted her beauty. And she fell in love with a farmer, and they actually made plans to get married and have kids and love each other forever. Her father, though, was an unkind man, and he saw her as a bargaining chip and not his daughter. So he promised his daughter to a horrible man who happened to be a chieftain in exchange for land and his other kids to also have land. The wedding was arranged and all set. She begged to marry her love, but it didn't move either of the men. And on the day of the wedding, everyone wore their best, and the bride was beautifully dressed in red and gold, and all the guests partied all night. The woman sat and was planning on revenge the whole night.
It's like the Irish.
The chieftain was awful. He was abusive and controlling, and she was to him was nothing but a trophy. She was depressed and lonely, and she just wasted away because she refused to eat or drink. And eventually her body just gives in and she passes away. Her burial was modest. But immediately after, her husband married another woman before she was even cold.
Yeah.
And the man who loved her, well, he went to her grave every single day and told her of his undying love for her. And he prayed to have her in his arms again.
Braveheart. Sorry.
But 1 year after her death, on her anniversary, revenge brought her back.
Oh, nice.
She was filled with anger and the need for revenge. So she visited her father first, and she touched
Rightfully
her
so.
lips to his lips and sucked the life right out of him.
Good for you.
She was not satiated, though, and there was another who needed to pay for what they'd done. So she went to her husband's home, found him surrounded by women, fulfilling his lustful desires. And so much so, they didn't even notice she was in the room.
They probably thought she was one of the other many
They
women.
did not notice his dead ex-wife was standing in the room watching him. So she got so mad, she ran at him, scaring all the other women away, and she sucked the life out of him. But she also sucked all the blood out of him.
Ooh, dang.
Now, she had never felt more alive after drinking his blood. So now she hunts young men and seduces them before drinking their blood.
Okay.
Third story. Third story, where women are vampires and they seduce men
We take your soul.
and drink their blood. So it is said in Waterford there is a place called the Strongbow Tree, and on the anniversary she rises from the place. She rises from her tomb. So they place stones on her tomb so she can't rise again. And sometimes they say that the stones are moved, and other times they say her desire for revenge is so strong that she rises.
You know, stupid. Trying to hold down something that nope, you guys pissed off.
Yeah. The other vampire is called the Aberhatch. Aberhatch? Which is, most say, is the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay.
I will say the story comes where it comes from. Comes from a book called The Origin and History of Irish Names and Places.
Okay.
And it goes, it's a small thing. There's not a whole lot on this vampire creature. So kind of Dracula takes it, Bram Stoker
Keep going.
takes the myth and runs with it.
Fail. Sorry.
And it goes, there is a place in the parish of Errigal in Londonderry called Slaverty, but it ought to have been called Lafferty, the lot or sepulchral moment of the Aberhatch, or dwarf. This dwarf was a magician and a dreadful tyrant, and after having perpetrated great cruelties on the people, he was at last vanquished and slain by a neighboring chieftain. Some say Fionn Mac Cumhal, and he was buried in a standing posture. But the very next day he appeared in his old haunts, more cruel and vigorous than ever. And the chieftain slew him a second time and buried him as before. But again he escaped from the grave and spread terror through the whole country. The chief then consulted a druid, and according to his direction, he slew the dwarf a third time, buried him in the same place, with his head downwards, which subdued his magical power, so that he could never appear on earth again. The lot raised over the dwarf is still there, and you may hear the legend with much detail from the natives of the place, one of whom told it to me. So basically, this dwarf was really cruel and awful to people, and chieftain killed him. Then he came back the next day, so the chieftain killed him again. And he came back again, except this time he didn't just terrorize the community, he terrorized the whole entire country. And so after terrorizing the whole entire country, the chieftain's like, Druid, what do I do? And the Druid's like, bury him upside down, it'll suppress his magical powers. And it worked.
What was the name of the girl? Finola?
Dowadrug. Duadrug?
I just asked because sorry, I went and got my book of Irish fairy tale and folk and fairy tales. And there's like I was just looking at the stories to see what was in here. And it says
Hey,
Princess
Willow.
Finola and the dwarf.
Duadrug. Those are not romance and tragedies.
Well, they're
Supernatural freaks. Let me see.
There's one in here called Bewitched Butter.
And it does not have it. Unless it's counted as a duodreg.
Well, there's only fairies and sea folk.
I don't know. Not here. But the Irish consider the duodreg. She's a beautiful woman that seduces men and then kills them. And then you have the dwarf. But there's only one myth of the dwarf. It's not like, and it was like an old timey
Right.
myth.
Sorry.
It was an old timey myth that they tell people.
Getting
It's
dark.
not like a monster they were scared of the dark for. Now we're gonna go to Scotland now.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So there, Scotland also has two myths. The first Scottish story has to do with the Fae folk. Now, when I was studying religion, I stumbled across the fact that Fae folk in traditional stories are not like the modern day ones that we know and love. They aren't Tinkerbell. They aren't sweet and kind and helpful.
Tinkerbell wasn't nice either.
They are monsters. And there are some theories, because demonic imagery wasn't around in the early days of the Catholic Church.
Mhm.
There's theories that the demonic images that we have now are actually of the Irish and Scottish Fae folk, because that's how terrifying they were depicted. If I'm not mistaken, it was a while since I heard this and I forgot the name of the fairy. But there is a fairy that's essentially like a worm that crawls in your body and sucks all the fluid out of your body.
You?
Yeah. And the only way to get rid of it is to consume a shit ton of salt. Basically, dry your body out even more, dry it out even more. Wait till it pretend to sleep as it's in your body, and then it will leave your body through your mouth. And then when it exits your body, you have to pretend you're asleep until it leaves the home, and then you have to close all the windows and all the doors and put salt around your house, and it can never enter your house again. So yeah, that's
I'm like looking for these. I have another book too. It's Scottish spoken fairy tales.
so yeah. So
That might be John.
in Scotland,
Okay. Oh. Not yet.
so in Scotland,
There's nobody here.
so in Scotland they also have the Boab Sith,
Mm-hmm.
which are women.
Okay.
There's numerous stories about the Boab and Sith. The general theme of them being hunters being attacked in the wilderness at night. In the tale recorded by Mackenzie, there are 4 men who went hunting and took shelter for the night in a lonely shilling or a hut or somewhere. One of the men supplied vocal music while the others began dancing. The men expressed a desire for partners to dance with, and soon after that, 4 women entered the hut. Catherine,
Always women.
yeah,
Pretty much.
Catherine Briggs suggested that the Boam Sith was unable to catch the 4th man were unable to catch the it was actually 3 women entered the hut, and they weren't able to catch the 4th man among them because he was with the horses, and the iron of the horses blocks fairies.
Okay.
Fairies and iron don't mix. In the similar tale, one of the men noticed that the women had deer hooves instead of feet and fled from them.
Okay.
He returned the next morning to find that the other hunters had their throats cut and chests laid open.
Oh.
Yeah. In a third story, the hunters took refuge in a cave. Each of the men wished his sweetheart was there that night. But one of them, a man named McPhee, who was accompanied by his black dog, said he preferred his wife to remain at home. At that moment, a group of young women, entered the cave, and the men who had wished for their sweethearts were killed. McPhee was protected by his dog, who drove the women from the cave. So the recurring idea in the stories is that the Boven Sith appear almost immediately after the hunters express their desire for female companionship.
Okay.
And then this is probably connected to the belief in Scottish tradition that if one were to make a wish at night, also without also invoking God's protection, then that wish would be granted in some terrible manner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now there is a second vampire myth in Scotland. And that is the gasting, which is a kind of ghost that's neutral. It's neither good nor bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's also known as the Maideen Yue. I'm sorry for pronunciation. AKA the Green Maiden. This she appears as a woman of beauty or monstrous mane, as half woman and half goat. Kind of how we're seeing with the Baban Sith, they were half goat. You saw the hooves for feet. So she is usually disguised in a long, flowy green robe or dress, and the woman often appears gray with long yellow hair. Some stories have her luring men to her lair, either through song or dance, where she then would drink their blood. Other tales have her casting stones in the path of travelers to throw them off course. In some stories, she is a type of spirit and protector of cattle and herders. One of the legends in Scotland say there was such a spirit protecting the cattle and herds. The town folks, in gratitude, poured milk from the cows into a hollowed out stone for her to drink. According to the same legend, her protection was revoked after one local youth poured boiling milk into the stone, burning her.
Okay, so the reason why I did the face that I did, and I kind of was like, what? So in the TV show Blood of My Blood, yes, it's based Scottish. There is an episode that I just watched to where they do take a cup of milk in the episode and they pour it in a hollow stone.
Yeah,
And they
because
do that. So right when you say that, I was like,
to
oh my gosh, I
appease
just seen that.
milk and honey, it is often seen as a way of appeasing fae folk. So there's a tradition that if you think you have fairies, because it's not a good thing to have fairies, if you think that you have fairies, if you put out milk and honey for them, you will appease them and they won't bother you.
Good to know.
So hence the milk. She's also been described in some folklore as watching over her children while their mothers milked the cows and fathers watched over the herds. In some Scottish stories, the cows are actually deer, in which she is fiercely protective over. She's also known as the Scottish goddess of the hunt. It's both a help and a hindrance to hunters, going so far as to hide her herds if the hunters made the mistake of killing a doe instead of a stag.
Oops.
Occasionally, hunters would be granted permission to shoot if they offered an offering, such as the hind of the deer to the herder.
Okay.
Another name of the instance is the Maiden of Calahart, which, in some traditions, she was once a mortal noblewoman whom a fairy, whom had a fairy nature. So she had been given or was cursed with goat legs and immortality. Yeah, they're tricksters. They're not nice. And since has been known as the Green Lady. She might either be benign, watching over houses and looking after the weak minded, or appear as a vengeful ghost. In some tales, she's murdered in a green dress and then stuffed unceremoniously up a chimney by a servant. It is said her footsteps could still be heard as she walks the castle in sadness. In most stories, she could continue to look after the house, upholding household duties such as washing dishes and sweeping the floor. Basically, her story is a little bit of everything. She drinks blood, but also she protects deer, but she does this. Her story is one of the wildest ones I've seen where it is really her story encompasses a whole lot.
Okay.
Now, Norse mythology. Norse mythology has a vampire, and this one is the Dragor, which is a corporeal undead creature. Dragors live in their graves or royal palaces, often guarding treasure buried in their burial mounds. They are revenants or animated corpses rather than ghosts, which possess intangible spiritual bodies. So
Okay.
basically, they stay in their body.
Does it say what part? Just to ask the question, you said it's northern, like what?
Norse.
Norse. Okay. So okay. Go ahead.
Norse mythology. So all of Norse mythology.
Okay.
So they are interesting because they don't drink blood, but they are alive after being dead. So
Okay.
kind of like vampires, but not really. Now let's go to Romania. Because Romania is like a wild one that I absolutely
Calm
love.
down there.
I know.
She about knocked over the table. She's excited about Romania.
So in Romania, they're known as Moroi and Strigoi, or the Strigoi, which could be dead or alive, because there are alive Strigoi and there are dead Strigoi. There are two different types.
Vampire Academy.
Yeah.
Watch the movie.
Strigois were said to be able to cast their souls out and meet with other Strigois and consume the blood of livestock or neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were able to
stay away from them.
Yeah. Dead Strigoi were reanimated corpses that also sucked blood and attacked their living family. They would become revenants after death. But anyone could become a Strigoi, a person born with a caul or an extra nipple or extra hair or...
Sorry. Does that mean Chandler? Didn't Chandler have a third nipple?
Yeah. The same was for the seventh child in all of his family.
Oh my lord.
If his or previous sibling were all the previous sex, they could be a strigoi. If someone was born too early, they could be a strigoi. If your mom, when pregnant, ran across a black cat, they could be a strigoi. If
Justin
a
might be a strigoi. I've come across podcasts.
if a pregnant woman didn't eat salt, she could have a strigoi. Or was looked upon by a vampire or a witch, they could be a strigoi. A child born out of wedlock could be a strigoi. Those who died an unnatural death before baptism could be a strigoi. A person with red hair and blue eyes could also be a strigoi. So basically, you could be a strigoi.
I have red tint. Does that count? And blue eyes? Can I be a strigoi?
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Oh,
A child breastfed after its mother had weaned it risks becoming a preocli, a Romanian vampire with werewolf-like attributes.
okay. Good to know. Yeah, I'm a strigoi.
Yeah. So basically, a child breastfed after his mother had weaned the baby off could become a Romanian vampire with werewolf-like attributes.
Okay.
Yeah, wild. Romanian vampires were said to bite their victims over the heart or between the eyes, and sudden death could indicate the presence of a vampire. Graves were often opened 5 or 7 years after burial, and the corpses were checked for vampirism before being washed and reburied. So they were like really scared of these bitches. Um, so I'm gonna now mention the Christian mythos behind vampires because there are some Christians who believe in this old story of vampires.
Okay.
Some Christians believe Judas Iscariot.
She's a hairy baby.
Yeah. Some Christians believe Judas Iscariot, the betrayer of Jesus, was the first vampire.
Okay.
Cursed by God for his betrayal.
Oh, big hero sex style. You just had to ruin it.
According to this myth, he was revived after his suicide, condemned to walk the earth forever, and cursed to fear the sun, drinking the blood of the living, and to be vulnerable to sacred symbols like the cross and silver. The curse is often linked to the 30 pieces of silver Judas received for betraying Jesus, leading to the myth that silver is awful to him, it burns him, and his descendants. Sacred symbols, weakness to the crucifix and other holy symbols. And then the curse, suicide by hanging, which the curse is also connected to the manner of his death, with some later interpretation suggesting an aspen tree stake is what can kill a vampire, and that would be the tree that Judas hung himself from, allegedly.
Oh,
So
okay.
only an aspen tree stake could kill him.
Kind of like in what is it? Vampire Diaries, because I ended up watching that finally one time.
Only, yeah.
And the tree that they had back in their time, the medieval time, that was the only thing that could kill the
Dracula
originals.
2000 is a great movie.
Yeah, I'm aware.
In Dracula 2000, that is the mythos that he did become,
okay.
that he was a vampire. The myth is sometimes seen in modern day interpretations, Bram Stoker's Dracula, which compares the Count of Judas to Judas, or stories where children of Judas are the first vampires.
Okay.
So in Bram Stoker's Dracula, he did say Dracula, he compared Dracula to Judas. So there's again that mythos that he's the first vampire.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about the more recent ones, specifically Dracula from Bram Stoker. I'm not going to talk about the historical figure of Dracula because he's a whole case in and of himself. So Dracula is in 1897. Yeah,
Almost.
is in
I think I have to almost. It like I haven't seen the Dracula 2000. There's probably some that I've missed.
Dracula is an 1897 Gothic horror novel by Irish author Bram Stoker. It has no single protagonist and opens with a solicitor, Jonathan Harker, taking a business trip to stay at the castle of a Transylvanian nobleman, Count
This
Dracula.
is with Keanu Reeves. Because I think it's Bram Stoker's Dracula is when I watched with Keanu Reeves, and that's the name of it.
Harker flees after learning Dracula is a vampire, and the Count moves to England and plagues the seaside of Whitby. Small group led by Abraham Van Helsing hunts and kills him. The novel was mostly written in 1890s, and Stoker produced 100 pages of notes, drawing extensively from folklore and history. Scholars have suggested various figures as an inspiration for Dracula, including the Vlad the Impaler and the Countess Elizabeth Bathory. But recent scholarships say otherwise. He probably found the name Dracula in Whippy's public library while on holidays, selecting it because he thought it meant devil in Romania.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's about it.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah.
Butthead Dracula. Oh, Butthead Dracula. Got that. That's one you haven't seen, have you?
No.
You'll see why she said Butthead Dracula.
Um,
He could put a bra on his head. The shape of his head is freaking funny. Because in that one with Keanu Reeves, they give him a big old noggin. And it's like she said, his hairstyle is freaking funny.
okay.
It's not a hairstyle you would think that Dracula would have. But the guy that plays in it in the movie has the dark hair and everything. That's what I would perceive as a Dracula. He's very sophisticated, very well dressed. You know,
in the Netflix series, I think Netflix takes the Bram Stoker's Dracula.
It's a nice. That's what I would perceive Dracula to be. Is a very well sophisticated. Yes,
knows how to manipulate his victims.
Yes, exactly. That's not
so
even
funny.
by glamoring or anything, but it fits. Yeah, it's really good. Yes, I'm a fan of Keanu Reeves, but I like the movie. It's worth the watch. What's another one? Oh, True Blood was another show.
Yeah.
And how they do True Blood cracks me up because the people that they have playing the characters, Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman does a very good job playing the vampire in that movie. Yeah, I agree. He's very good at that. In True Blood, you have everything. You have vampires, you got werewolves, you got fairies, you have, I mean, everything. But his hair is crazy. Yeah, it is. And it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna say love for vampires. I think it's just that they're interesting.
Yeah.
They become very interesting and wanting to know more. And it's everything that became vampires I would watch, no matter what it was. I watched. Again, the black and white version of Nosferatu. Never seen it.
That's I think because it was banned at one point.
But the newest one haven't seen. But I have seen the trailers for it. They always talk about, oh, they're gonna do a Dracula Untold too, and I'm like, why? The first one was leave it be as it is, but then now I'm thinking, okay, well, what happened to him afterwards? Like his life story, yes. In that one, he did lose his love.
The reincarnation, as Dracula always has a
Yep.
He finds his reincarnated love.
So, and I think that would be at least a decent one too, if they wanted to do it, but
yeah,
it's usually on Shudder. I love Dracula Untold. It was good.
But yeah, so that's vampires from.
Bless you. Bless you. One more time.
Okay, so yeah, but that's some vampires, some cultural vampire myths, legends behind all of it. Next episode we're gonna start November, aren't we?
God, yes. November is already here.
November is already here, and I have almost finished all of November's cases. I just today, as soon as we get off of this, I'm gonna type up my one on Thanksgiving.
Which I need to do too. Like the fluffy part of it.
I'm gonna do the historical one. And so yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a. I'm almost done with Thanksgiving, and then I'm gonna start on December's, and then we're gonna go from there because I'm gonna try. I want to get
You look up Last Drive in with Joe. It does. PDF info. Movie he shows. Okay.
Huh.
Joe Bob Briggs. Why is that the dude that has the trailer? Is there a trailer behind him when he does movies? Is that the same dude I'm thinking of? Joe Bob Briggs. Why does that sound familiar? Okay. So we put at the end of our video, or not the end of our video, but in our comments, that we were trying to figure something out. So I said that there were news about the channels. And when I mean channels, not just this one, but also the J&M Adventures because this is what we're recording off of. Yes, okay, I thought so. Because he looks like a freaking his cowboy boots are on the outside of his pants. Um, which I liked watching him, by the way. So I am wanting to. I talked to her about this because I have J&M's Adventures is mine and John's. I haven't really been doing much on that one because there's not really much to do, not really much to really go from. And I'm wanting to incorporate, if not combine, the two channels because we have so many. I have so many subscribers, 177 because we lost one, and then we still have only the 25. I'm going to try and figure out how I can link the two to where I can keep the other channel and just throw the videos up on there as well, or that channel completely goes away. And yeah, I understand that we lose the 25 subscribers, you know, um, and we changed the name of J&M's Adventures. So we were trying to think of because we had J&M's and then we have A&M.
Yeah.
So we have three initials because I do want to keep John a part of it, you know, because that's his channel. Also, yeah, I know he's not here when we do these on Monday because now he works on Mondays. So we're trying to think of how to do this. We're trying to come up with a new name with the initials, the A, J, and M, or Ajam. We were joking, Ajam,
J.A.M or J.A.M
J.A.M,
or
Maja,
Maja.
J.A.M. So we were trying to come up with something, but it would still say like history, not adventures, but history.
Yeah.
We're trying to collab with how we want to perceive it because it would still be all the same things.
Yeah.
We're trying the different foods. We're doing stuff like this. We're including you guys in our moving process. I have now done, I believe, between John and I both, 5 bags of clothes that neither one of us.
J.A.M Adventures in History and Life.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a really good one.
A long title, but that's a good one. How about Adventures? I actually like that. God,
I really
darn it,
like
Angela.
Angela. Why you gotta be?
Why you gotta be so good at this?
And if Justin ever wants to join, we can make it just J.A.M.
The Jumja.
No. Just J.A.M. 2 J's in front.
I don't think you'll ever get on this, but that's okay.
Or you could do Jemja.
Thank you.
Jemja.
That's a good one. God darn, I love my moderators. They're so
Yeah,
good. They're
really
good at
good.
this. They're good at
They're
this.
really great at coming up with titles.
So now, with our moderators being on here, do you think, and Abigail, because it's your channel too, so mostly be your opinion, completely getting rid of the other one, and I'll still do the same photos. You know, I'll still do the same cover things like I did today. If you guys noticed the one that I did today, I love doing that stuff. I love doing the design.
Kind of like how I love doing the research, except when I'm finding, like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, why are you doing the insanity defense? You are clearly not insane. Stop it.
And that's something I was joking with her on. Is like, yeah, we're living in an apartment right across the hall from each other, and she can't tell Justin anything. She comes over, knocks on the door, and says, "You gotta come see this," you know, or she goes to tell me about it. But I love doing the design aspect of those photos because it's just fun to play with it. Like today, I was like, you know what, we're doing about vampires. I'm going to give us vampire teeth, so I did, and then just put us like in red sweaters, turtlenecks. You know, I have 4 banners already thought up to put behind us when we get moved and I can purchase them.
Yeah.
But all right, we're gonna have to go with that one. Should we just leave it like that? J.A.M.
Yeah.
Adventures.
J.A.M Adventures.
And History of and Life.
Yeah.
Or History of Life.
History and Life.
History and Life. Okay. It's a long title.
It's a long title, but it's good.
Or, because I like that title. What if we got rid of Adventures altogether? And put J.A.M. in History and Life. What do you think, Angela? You can always change the covers for each. So when it's A and M, it's one design. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
And when it's M, it's a different one. J and M is another one. So yeah, that's what I usually do. If it's the one where I'm doing J and M stuff,
Mm-hmm.
then I do that one, or just J.A.M in history and life. So you like that?
Yeah,
J.A.M
J.A.M in
in
history
history
and
and
life.
life.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We jam it.
We jamming and we laughing.
Yes.
Probably when we shouldn't be jamming and laughing, but we jam and laugh.
But what's funny is we actually got like a compliment from our boss yesterday. So if she sees this, thank you, Carla, for the compliment to her daughter about telling her you should go watch their videos because it's hilarious. You don't know what they're going to be saying or doing 90% of the time, which is true. Two, we don't edit.
We don't even know what we're doing half the time.
We don't edit. This is raw, unedited stuff. I would rather it be like that than going through and cutting out the stupid stuff, like me burping. Okay, I'm sorry. I burp. I try not to, I don't do it on purpose.
The part that makes it something real.
Yeah, it's like the real part of the reality of everything, you know. So okay, so I'm gonna see if I can come up with a new little
like
logo.
cutting out the fact that you would have to cut out the fact that I showed you Gerard Butler as Dracula going hello.
Put in quotes somewhere. We laugh at the dark stuff and it helps. Oh, that's good.
That is really
I like
good.
That. Angela, God darn it, stop it. We laugh at the dark stuff and it helps. You know what? I do need a slogan.
Yeah, we laugh at the dark stuff and it helps.
We laugh at the dark stuff and it helps. Okay, yeah, that's God darn it. Smart people on the other end of this camera.
Damn.
We love you. I like that. I'm going to have to write that down quickly or my brain's going to forget it. Hi.
Did you work a hard day?
But yes, okay. So we laugh at the dark stuff and it helps. That's going to be our new little slogan. And I will come up with, because I always show her your writing can be jelly style, so it fits with Angela.
She coming up with everything.
She does.
She coming up with it all.
She's going to be our manager at some point.
Damn.
When we get to that point where we start making money from doing this, cut her a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
And that's funny thing is, you have to have 500 subscribers to get to that point. And we will at some point, but I really don't care. It's about the fun. It's about having fun or put a shadow on the J only so it looks doubled, but isn't doubled.
If Justin ever wants to come on and be on screen.
True.
Damn. She is really coming up with everything. Angela.
Hang on. Used to be. See, and I want to go to school to be a designer for stuff like this. Let me grab my notepad because I'm going to write this down because I already forgot what she said. We laugh at the dark stuff and it helps. I remember that part.
Yeah, because I will warn you, next episode,
we're going to be laughing.
Little dark. Little. Sharing is caring. Keep that in mind, guys. Sharing is caring.
I have a pen in here. Well, that's a dumbass question. I have a whole bag of them. I asked myself if I had a pen in here. I'm like, well, that's a dumbass question.
You carry your pens everywhere.
I do carry my pens everywhere. We're going to write it in. Oh, I don't know what color that is. Nope, come out. Nope, get in there. That's what he said. Okay. Where's it at? Oh, that's a blank page. Let me see. That's a moving list. Oh, here we go. YouTube and table. Podcast. Oh, here. Let's do it on my table. We took Justin's table, by the way. Okay, so we're doing a logo change. And the logo is going to be J.A.M, all caps. Wait, is it J.A.M in life and history? Or history and life? What would sound better?
J.A.M in history and life. J.A.M in history and life.
Okay.
See, she just did it. Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley Brown. Ooh. Okay. Ashley Brown, my sister from another mister. What's up, lady? And I like that. It still incorporates what Angela said. So J.A.M. I'm so glad you're on here, lady. For people that don't know Miss Ashley, I met her at Walmart on Speedway. And I always like to tell people she's my sister from another mister. She's a sweetheart. I love her. She's one of the coolest people in the world. She was one of those that when I was having a rough time with the whole kid process that was there, she was there for me. So love you, Miss Ashley. Miss your wonderful smiley face too. All right, and now our slogan was slogan. We laugh at the dark stuff and it helps. Right?
Yeah, we laugh at the dark stuff and it helps. Because I mean, you're not there. It's not wrong. We do laugh at the dark stuff.
We laugh at the dark stuff because it's just I want to sleep. I don't want to have nightmares. So that'll be. So now I got to go back in.
I don't want to have a nightmare, so I gotta laugh.
I gotta laugh at it all the same.
You're gonna do a crying laugh. Doing it at the same time.
I feel like we're like Lucille Ball and Ethel.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So reincarnated.
Yeah.
He's coming up with a.
Oh, let's do it double time. I like that. History of life. I like the history and life.
History and life, because we can do. We can do like adventures with John and.
Yeah, because the whole thing, it'll still be like everything that we do. It's not. Here's the thing: the channel's not going to change.
Yeah.
It's not going to change at all. It's going to be pretty much the same thing. Short, eye catching, and easy to remember. It is.
It is.
It's I like the hyphen. Look at you guys. I love you. Ashley, you want to be a moderator too? I can have 3. With Thomas and Angela, mind sharing it?
No, I think honestly, yeah.
Exactly. All of that. It's everything in one. I don't want people to think that we're just getting rid of A&M history. That's not going away. It's right here. It's here. We're not going anywhere. It's just I want to kind of incorporate it all together where it's one channel. And part of it is also on me because I forget to upload videos to the other one at times. Mm-hmm. But
what was it? We were doing it and she was like, we're at 28. We're not at 29 episodes. I messed
the count up and she's
like,
bad.
I don't know where it is. And then she goes, oh, I forgot to put the zodiac. And I was like, you leave it, Chef?
I forgot. Okay, and I lost count. Shut me up.
I was sitting there. I was like, oh, I'm not really prepared to go ahead and do the other episode, but I guess I can.
Oh, that was because it was one of those. It was our Q&A.
Yeah,
what it was.
I was like, I guess I could put off the Q&A and do the one behind it. I can do the Smurl family haunting, and then we can do the Q&A, and then we can do vampires. I guess.
You can do a lot of play on words or jokes about. You can. That is true.
You really can.
You can, and it's. But now I will go back through because I was telling you all that I came up with ideas for our banners. Mm-hmm. Now that we have this is set, we all like it. Nothing against our subscribers or followers or anything like that. It's what we like. It's what we think. Yes, the moderators do help. Ashley, again, if you would love to be a moderator, let me know. We could put you on there. And if you're not on here all the time, no, don't worry about it. It's okay. There are times that Thomas comes in late or doesn't show up.
At least I'm somebody's.
Exactly, right. A and M or our J.A.M laugh out loud. I don't have the time. And you're again, I throw it out there. I ask. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. When you jump on here, it's great. I love it when you get on here because it is good to see your name pop up and get to say hi to you and how much you miss your face. But I mean, I still have a whole list. Should we just go back over the list of t-shirts?
Have we added more?
No, not yet. I'm gonna pull out my favorite one here.
Coward.
Coward was a good one. I liked Coward. Or ignore halfway because kiddos, schoolwork, laugh out
Yeah.
loud. Hey, it's you're good.
Life
Everybody has a life. I get on here unless I don't get notifications or if I fall asleep. You know, you guys have been telling me it's not been giving you notifications for some reason.
I could start a TikTok live right now.
What? You could.
I could.
We're
gonna try this. We're gonna see how this works.
She's gonna try and do a TikTok live, so we're gonna chit chat a little bit more.
Yeah. I don't
know.
Don't know
what it is about New Orleans, but I love it. It was one of the t-shirts that I liked.
Yeah, you really do love.
Think marketing and branding. Will do. Excuse me? Here's another one. A train hitting stick figure coming out of left field. Oh, I can't see the both of us.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you gotta hit go live.
I know I'm gonna hit no live. Oh, what's my date of birth? Oh, I have to write my date of birth?
You do. Everybody's gonna know.
Oh god.
Okay, so now I gotta change the A&M history part of it. And it's gonna be and I'm still gonna do the letters like J.A.M. Fourth wall online can be where the t-shirts can be designed and sold. Fourth wall. You guys are giving some ideas. This is for t-shirts. You said fourth. It says fourth wall, right? T-shirts.
It's making me show my face so it can estimate my age. I'm either gonna get my feelings hurt or I'm gonna
design and sold. Okay. Yeah, because I go on to design.com to do the little photos before the videos.
Age confirmed, so my my feelings a little.
Wow. That's just nice.
Yeah. So that's very nice. Okay, so we're gonna
attempt this. Hello, everybody on a tiki-taki.
We're gonna practice going live.
Mugs, cups, etc. I'll have to check them out.
Okay, we need to find a way to fix this because I need to see this horizontally.
That works. It's gonna fall off.
And that's the thing. It's gonna fall off.
Turn it.
I'm trying to turn it. Ow.
We have a little bitty. Oh, hi guys.
It's not working. We need it farther. Oh wait.
On the clean. I put it there. I don't trust that Kleenex box for crap.
Okay.
Keep going. We're letting more viewers know you're live.
Okay. I don't have many followers,
yeah,
so
you can add those to merch on Fourth Wall. So is that like fourthwall.com?
Okay, so we're gonna try this TikTok. Oh, nobody's following. It's fine.
Not yet. It says for us to keep going, and she has 11%, 31% of battery.
So we're gonna see how long we can go. No, but yeah.
Okay, so she's saying Fourth Wall
for the t-shirts.
J.A.M. It's where all fall. What?
J.A.M. It's where all fall off.
It's where we all fall off because TikTok can't trust the box.
You know what? I did kind of get my feelings here when it's all like
with a tissue box.
I gotta confirm your age via photo.
What the hell are you saying now? Oh, jerk. I would do drop ship for merch. No expenses out of pocket for you. For
Thomas, are you on TikTok?
You don't have to keep.
Thomas is on TikTok.
Oh, that's a good idea. He is.
Thomas is on TikTok.
Tomas, we're gonna have a discussion tomorrow.
You are rated number 1.
So everybody knows. I'm sorry. We're all here looking at her phone. We're on TikTok too.
We're trying TikTok
and YouTube. So I guess what we're gonna have to do is buy her a stand as well from Walmart, which they're very cheap. They're not that expensive. They're like I think under $10.
Next week's episode is going to be a doozy, so it is going to be a hard one to do. One of one, yeah. You have number 1 fan next to your name.
Woo! Going
Uh,
live where we get our feelings hurt because it's
hi,
judgy.
sorry. Hi, investor. Or paid, I don't know who that is. Hi.
Investor page
Um,
joined.
we're just trying out TikTok. We are usually do YouTube lives, but we're trying out for our podcast.
So we're
TikTok
trying.
live.
Yeah, we're trying to do both.
It's not really a podcast. It's more of a video.
No, it's more
A live video.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we
do
just
true crime, so
and then we also just went through and changed the name of what's going to be our YouTube stuff. So right now we're just talking possible merchandising and stuff. Not it's not set in stone.
yeah.
I'm gonna mark that out there. What was it that Ashley said?
I don't know what it was that Ashley said. We're on two different phones, so we're trying two different devices.
I would
do drop shipping for merch.
No expenses out of pocket for you. For the most part, you
don't have to keep stock of items.
Okay.
Hi guys. So this is Michelle. I'm Abby.
Hello.
We're true crime videos. We do videos every Monday. We're trying out TikTok Live, seeing how we like it. So this episode, it wasn't so much a true crime one. It was more history of vampires, where we talked about different vampires in different cultures. Yeah. So we went through Scottish, Norse, Mesopotamian, Babylonian, Jewish, Christian, whole bunch of different vampire myths.
Romanian, yeah.
There was a common denominator, though. For those of you on YouTube, you guys know it. Women seducing men and then drinking their blood. There was a really common denominator in almost every culture.
And just so you know, we don't edit anything. I don't believe in editing anything. One, it takes too long because I've tried it. Two, it's more fun this way.
Yeah.
It is literally more fun to there we
go.
To sit here and you guys see
talk.
Yeah. Pretty much that's what it is. Tune in next week for
J.A.M. Anthony. If you know who he is,
then you know.
If you know him, then you know what I mean when I say sharing is caring.
It's a shirt.
Yeah. Don't recommend sharing with J.A.M. Anthony ever. But yeah.
Hopping off. Have a good night. Catch you next time.
Bye,
Miss Ashley. So you have a heads up, Ashley, if you're still on there for a second. We're going based off. We've started going earlier, so that way we can keep up with daylight savings time.
And so we will be here tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday. We're going to be doing a live video tomorrow, Monday.
Hello.
Hi. We will be joining Monday.
Carlos, hello.
Hi. We're going to be joining on Monday, not tomorrow. I can't speak. My brain is fried. I was at work at 5 a.m. this morning, and it's technically supposed to be my day off. But we're going to be doing a true crime case. So
Radwan King 199, hello. M3, hello. Dodo, hello. I think I said hello to you a minute ago.
Yeah, so we're gonna pop in Monday. We might not be able to say hi to you guys when we're doing the true crime case because we're gonna be more focused on talking about the case. Yeah. But usually how it goes, it's kind of like I do a bunch of research into different crimes, and then
it's telling us how we can filter our comments.
I did not know that.
Ooh,
we go through. I talk about the crime. She talks about and pops in with her opinions of the crime. She's not a true crime person, so yeah. And as Angela so lovingly said, because we're on YouTube too, and Angela is always on YouTube, she said, we laugh at the dark stuff, and it kind of helps with the dark stuff.
Yes.
So
we're who's that right there? I'm sorry.
Valencia
17. Hello.
Hi. But yeah, we laugh at the dark stuff.
Yes, we do.
So we're gonna laugh at the dark stuff. We're gonna laugh at some sharing is caring, and then so we will get a stand for next episode so that TikTok can be going. We might not be able to interact with you guys on TikTok. Sorry
and
about that.
And if not, usually I catch the comments as they do pop up. So I'll try to catch them as much as possible. Joe's Marv. Okay, hello. And we're sorry if we butcher names. We do apologize. So this is our first time doing a TikTok live at the same time. And if you happen to see us look like certain ways,
we have the one phone here, we have our TV on with the YouTube live so that we can see people's comments because we can't see very good. I should have glasses. I don't. Why would I pay a doctor to tell me I can't see? Um,
But please, I over here on TikTok, if you're able to go onto YouTube, the name is going to be changing. We will definitely will add it
Yeah.
to this video in the comments or when you go to describe it. It is going to be J.A.M.
yeah.
With hyphen and
Yeah.
history and life. And then definitely the slogan is going to be, we laugh at the dark stuff and it helps.
Yeah.
So thank you to our two moderators, or one moderator who helped us out here. Kiss
Hi,
me at the
Reiki.
grave.
Hi, kiss me. But yeah, we will be
Please, yes, give us some hearts. Give us some likes.
we're gonna
Okay, Thomas, that's enough likes. And we do talk to people on here that we know.
we do try to interact with you guys. But we are gonna experiment a little. Hopefully, you guys will be interested in watching us on TikTok lives.
Trying to get ourselves out there so we can build more.
We're kind of unfiltered, I will say. I think it was one of them was we were talking about the Edmund Kemper case, where he tried to strangle a woman by putting his fingers up her nose. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord.
You can't help but just stop, because why? Why would you think that would?
I don't get it either.
It's stupidity in its finest. But we laugh at serial killer stupidity because
Clapp, thanks for joining.
We laugh at killer stupidities because
Stupid.
killers are stupid.
But I do want to kind of be on a little bit of a serious note. Being on here and doing these things, we do take a lot of the cases we do take seriously.
Yeah, we do take them seriously.
What I'm pointing out right now is will not tolerate.
Keep going.
Okay, we will not deal with or tolerate. Our moderator is on. One of our moderators is on here, and I'm not going to say who that person is. I don't know if they can become a moderator at any point. I think it has to be after a certain time, like of us getting a lot of followers or whatnot. So be cordial, be nice, be respectful, and not just to the people in the TikTok or anything like that, but to us as well as the people who are streaming this.
Yeah.
We can be funny, we can have a great time, we can do all that, but there will not be any disrespectfulness, or you will be whoop, bye Felicia.
Yeah.
So just a heads up, we are very, very cool, very laid back. We can have fun, we can joke and all that stuff. But again, let's be cordial, let's be respectful, let's be nice. There are cases too, in a serious note as well, that we will give you guys a heads up at the beginning of the episode before we even talk or before we even do anything. And YouTube, you guys all know this, that if it has to do with SA or anything to that nature, we will definitely let you guys know. No, I'm not. I'm actually taken. I've been with my boyfriend for 15 years. Thanks for asking. Coy.2010. Marco Ramza. Hey, I mean, you asked. I'll be nice. Chris 9R joined.
Hi, guys.
Thanks for the question, Nicholas. But no, unfortunately, I'm not. I am taken. But again,
and can you guys let us know if you can hear us clearly on this one? Because I know we have microphones for.
There's a place to make Thomas a moderator right now. Oh, okay.
We don't have like all of the live settings because we are still in the thing. We have to do like 30 minutes or pop up in live for 3 times. So as soon as we get that, then we can.
Okay.
I was looking at it.
So yes, loud and clear. Okay, thank you, Nicholas, for saying.
Okay, perfect. Because we were wondering with the microphones, because it's attached to her camera, because we're also on YouTube right now. Yeah. And YouTube is having us with the cameras, but we're so if you're interested, yeah, true crime. We talk. And when I do my research, I try to do my research really well for like the victims and stuff like that, because I don't. Oftentimes, the victims are thrown aside. Mm-hmm. And that shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, they don't get the attention.
And sadly, and I hate to say it, for some of the cases, there is not a lot on the victims, because as much as I hate to say it, what's the thing that we say?
Fun fact.
Fun fact, but also victims are less dead based off of their occupation.
Yeah.
And
Pretty
so
much.
there's not a lot of information on them because they didn't really have family. So, but yeah, so we try to do justice by the family. We try to do justice by thing, and then we'll also like some episodes will have like people that,
Could be
and we don't
the
just do true crime. We also do like historical stuff. So I'll bring in some history facts that we have. What was it? We were talking about the Blackout Ripper,
yeah.
and I gave some historical facts about like what was going on during that time period.
Mm-hmm.
When we eventually do a Jack the Ripper case, it's going to be a couple days worth of videos.
And we do Q&As. So we
Yeah.
do have days where we just do Q&As.
Where we sit and we answer questions and we
Yep.
talk to you guys.
Just to see. And if you have never watched any of our videos, like I said, we're changing the name. It is going to be J.A.M. History and Life. It is going to be the name will get changed today, so everybody has that heads up.
Yeah.
So the name will get changed today to where you're following us and you're subscribed to us on YouTube, you'll get that notification.
Yeah.
I know some people have said they weren't getting the notification. I'm not sure why, so I'll have to figure that out. Going through.
Is that you, Angela?
Encourage more viewers to share.
I think that's Angela.
And
Angela,
are you on TikTok right now? No.
nice you.
Come on. What does it say we have right now? We can see like our total views
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
looking at our. We've never been live, so we've never explored it. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just messing with stuff.
Says we have 33 total views, 2 followers right now. So we're waiting to do the 30 minutes. So we're going to sit here for like 30 minutes just to be on here. We'll probably go ahead and get off of our YouTube and let everybody go on that one. And then we'll stick here
go.
on,
Yeah.
we'll stick here on TikTok. Get the number 2 gifter badge. Way to go, Nicholas. Way to go, Angie.
Where are you streaming from?
We are
Arizona.
in Arizona.
Yeah.
We will not give our
personal information, but we
do live here in Arizona. We are going to be moving next year to Kansas. Yeah. So we're in the process of doing that too. Of Thomas, like we know that you like the live.
So we might be doing like when we do like our Q&A episodes, we might be packing and stuff like that.
Yeah. So everybody over here on YouTube, we're going to cut y'all loose and let you go. We'll see you all next Monday.
Bye.
I love y'all. Have a good night.